Well, the candidate deadline for the elections has been the 31st of December. And December is a tough month to pin realtors down because sometimes it's just quieter or they're away on holidays, and so there would always be a lot of anxiety as you got towards those last 2 weeks of December, hoping everything would be in on time. This way, bringing it back to the 15th of December, it just makes everybody further aware, and perhaps they can get their applications in quite a bit further ahead of Christmas instead of between Christmas and New Year's. When a member decides to give up their membership at the real estate board on a volunteer basis, if they have outstanding PDP credits, when they come back and decide that they want to join up again and be part of the board, they need to get those in place. They need to have those points already in place before we'll actually create a membership for them again. We've had members approach us and say, you know, it's important that the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver be involved in some sort of critical illness or counselling. So the Board of Directors decided that they would actually do a survey of the membership to find out what kind of response that would be. And they only did that survey after doing extensive research to find out what the cost would be to the members. Would they like or would they be supportive of paying an additional $120 a year? And it was a resounding 66% against that. So after a lot of discussion, the Board of Directors did decide that we were not going to go forward with this type of benevolent fund. So the officers of the board had a meeting with REBA, which is the Real Estate Brokers Association, and they shared some of the concerns they had prior to the last CREA meeting that we went to. They were wondering how we were going to be voting regarding Rate Your Realtor. You know, we listened to what their concerns were and took them into consideration when we went to CREA and made the decision. And then we talked in general about how to have better communications with real estate brokers. We want to talk about perhaps doing that in a different way, or just making sure that we're communicating what we need to with them. How can we use the data that we have, the large amount of data that we have, in a better way for our members? And so we have an opportunity to create a symposium that will bring other players into this, and they'll perhaps show us how some of their data that they have could be combined with our data to create a much better value for our member. So that's what that project is all about, is learning how we can improve the value to our members. We changed all the lighting in the underground parking here at the Real Estate Board, and we're just having reports come in now on the efficiencies that that's created. So Bob brought to us a proposal about perhaps we should look at doing that for the entire building. So we're going to do some more research on that and gather the information, but we didn't actually pass any approval to go forward with it. We want some more information. Our directors, when they come, the first thing that they need is governance education. And so to ensure that they have the right kind of education, in the first year as a director, we have an education plan in place, which means that they need to take governance education. And that's what they have to do in the first 12 months as a director. The whole idea of looking at the risks when you go into any type of project, and for the Board of Directors to understand what the positives and negatives are, and to look at the bigger picture of what the risk is to the organization and the liability for the organization. So it's really important that the Board of Directors understands risk. And so in order to make that happen, we're having those conversations. And we will continue to educate our directors so they can have these high-level conversations.